Should we give so we have three guests here. Should we introduce should we have them introduce who their character is, or do you want to do it, Luke?
Yes,
do you trust
please.
them? Okay,
I
guys.
trust them.
Guys, this is where your challenge begins. You have to introduce yourself well. You have to be interesting, and you have to
Thank you
make
so much for
me
lurking,
laugh
baby
at
Jess.
least
Thank
once.
you.
If not, I will.
Thank you so
poop.
much.
It's the absence of a laugh is darkness. So
I am
we'll
going to
start with you,
type to
Rafa.
talk, Prince.
All stakes are super high.
Hi. Honestly, this is my first time doing this, so I'm not that.
No disclaimers, boo.
Okay. So my character's name is Abra Zanoba, and he's a 19-year-old cleric. He's part of the wrestling team, and he's also, for some reason, he's some kind of religious cleric that has very little religious intelligence, which I found very funny and ironic. But I'll just suppose that's part of it. He is very strong because he's part of the wrestling team, but his biggest strengths are his intelligence. I mean, his wisdom and his charisma. So I'm not entirely sure. He's kind of like a wild card, really. It seems like he doesn't really fit a specific parameter of what he does, but he's more of a survivalist. Like he'll have the necessary tools when when it just comes to something random happening. He might just have that wild card, just pull out an ace out of his sleeve kind of guy.
That was good. I didn't laugh though. Tell a joke now.
I don't know. I don't think he's very funny. He seems like he's just kind of out of there.
Okay, I'll take that. On to you, Chris.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Fissel Havert. I'm an intern for the famous metal worker Felsim Tam. And to be honest, I don't really give a shit about this internship. I'm just really here to protect him. And I just want to chill with my horses, Apple Dash, Hoofstetter, and Sweet Coat. Yeah, I'm just kind of his bitch boy, and I'm here to chill.
Okay, now tell a joke.
Can I roll a d20 to make you laugh without telling a joke?
That wasn't bad. Haha. Go on, Derek.
You only got an 8 though, so.
Ooh, so it's a bad joke. Okay.
Yeah, her DC is 18, so I'm sorry.
Zarek, it's your turn.
It's a little loud outside our apartment right now.
Oh, you're fine. We can't hear that.
Oh, okay. I am Emil Swims, child of Flurbo Swims, one of the fish market men who stole through ways the toy factory from Hot Lux's uncle. I've been called a fish person quite racistly by Luke. I prefer low cath. An artificer. Oh yes, baby, I gotta laugh.
Oh yeah. You're the first. I'm kidding.
Artificer. Shoon's gone. I mean.
Oh no.
Derek, you're also lagging a little bit. Can you speak a little louder?
Artificer. Boy.
That did nothing.
It's gems. Mixed gems, not eats gems.
Wait, I'm making you louder. You're good now. Okay. Well, take care of your internet. You did make me laugh, though. So minus 20,000 points for the internet, but plus 15 billion points for making me laugh. So who's keeping score? Okay, we're all good. I think Shun might be having issues. So Luke, if you'd like to start, I think we're all ready to go. They seem to know who their characters are, sort of. And if they don't, that will ensue zany shenanigans. So, did I use that word right?
Let's hope so. Okay. So we begin on the second day of the Intercollegiate Wrestling Tournament. Schools from all over the country have gathered here to test their wrestling skills, to show off their strength, to kind of project some power, and you're all hearing some amount of relation or capacity to them. We begin with Ebra Zenova. You're coming from His Holiness the Sun's School for Learning, where you learn how to learn. And before your wrestling match, is there anything that Ebra does to limber up to get loose?
he likes to try some Lotus Cobra and
Mm,
just try to get limber, and just do
yeah.
some. He calls it eating the sun. So what he does is he
Mm.
just faces the sun like that, and he starts opening his mouth and just chanting Osakura, like a
Yeah.
sun mantra, and just trying to
Beautiful.
become one with the sun. That's
So,
an exercise that I learned at
The sun?
the Sun
mhm,
Academy. Yeah, it was extreme,
beautiful.
but that was one of the most calming techniques that they taught us over there. It's called eating the sun, and what you do is
Yes.
you try to consume the sunlight and become one with it. Just try to go with it without the filter of having to eat, fruit and all that stuff. You just
Mm.
kind of just skip all that nonsense and just go directly for the good stuff. Just get that sunlight into you, and then you're supposed to use all that energy that you store to enhance your physical prowess in battle. It's supposed to be one of it's something that they teach us. It's very
Beautiful. So you're standing outside, just with your head up at the sun, kind of chomping away.
just
Other
chomping at the sun.
competitors, yeah,
Just
other competitors are looking at you like, oh, that's a bit odd. It's kind of a weird thing to do.
yeah, we get
And you
that a lot.
see a dwarf comes over to you. He's got a kind of broad chest, but he's wearing a Gnome University sweatshirt. This is Grubier, and he says, "You and me were going up against each other. How you feeling?"
I can't wait.
Oh,
This is
yeah, I
gonna be a
can't
fun
wait
match.
either. I can't wait to beat your ass. Oh, high fives, high fives. He moves past you and into the ring. Um, as we cut over, we see Felsom Tam and his intern Fissel Havert are kind of like perusing the galleries and just like weaving among high society who have come to see these wrestling matches. And Felsom is just talking to you, Fissel, and he's talking about I guess like jobs he's been doing when suddenly a crow alights on your shoulder and it has a rolled up message in its beak.
I'm definitely checking out the message.
This is not yours. This is on Fissel Havert's shoulder.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so I kind of just grab the message and I open it up to read it. Oh, what's
Boom,
on the
check
message?
it out. Okay, so you open it up, and the first thing you see is the seal of the Elven Queen, a rose seal on top of the uh, message, clearly for Felsom Tam's eyes only. Do you
Okay.
try to read it yourself, or do you want to pass it off? What do you think?
I mean, I don't really care about this internship too much, so if I get fired, it's whatever. And I can read, write, and speak Elvish, so I'm gonna read
Mhm.
what's written here.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little roll for you. Okay, so you make out a couple words. You see a gift for the king, dwarvish. And gets to reading it himself. We move again through this arena, and we're brought to Bwemel Swims, a fishman. Sorry if you take offense to that, but it's what you are. And he's walking in with two
Nice.
other fishmen who are kind of merchants, and there is a kind of energy in the air behind you. Your father, Mr. Swims, is like patting his brow and very nervous. He looks like he's getting ready for a big date, and he says, "Bwemel, stand up straight."
Yo, do it.
I tell him,
Stand up straight.
you stand up straight.
Whoa, excuse you, Bwemel. We're in public, and I am your father. You do not talk to me like that.
Not according to what Mom was saying last night.
Okay, we'll talk about this when we get home. I need you to act spick and span while you're here. We have a good impression to make. Don't you know? A very important person is coming to the wrestling match today.
Oh, who?
Who? The king. The
The
dwarvish
king of
king.
Fishland? Oh.
No, not not of Fishland. The dwarvish king. His son is in the wrestling match. He's coming to see him. So I want you to look really good, all right? Because we need to make a good impression if he sees us. Wemel, are you going to?
Yes, Dad.
You are?
Yes, Dad.
Okay, now shine your little stones. You get to it. All right. We get to the ring, and of course, Gonzalo is waiting in the ring. He never left. He's looking to graduate, and he wants to do it right now. Uh, he has a little orphan boy sticking out of his shell, just the head of an orphan boy who got stuck in there. And he's stretching before the match. His opponent is right in front of him. It is a Goliath from the Goliath Institute of Technology named named Bag Bag, and he's standing right in front of you.
Okay. I'm going to try to like soften him up by shit talking him a little bit
Okay.
before the match. I'm gonna say, "Yo, bag, more like bad at wrestling. You're trash, kid."
Okay, you make an intimidation check. It works pretty well. You get a 16 altogether. Bag kind of like slinks down into himself and clearly feels very self-conscious. And just then the ref steps on the stage and gets ready for your match to begin. We're gonna pause there. We're zooming around, moving around a lot, just trying to fold everyone in before we get going. Hot Lux, of course, is among all the gnomes on the wrestling team, putting them in little outfits. There's one in particular that you dressed up yesterday with a beautiful wig, and you're doing her hair while you're talking to her. Yeah. And you see from across the room that same sun priest you saw at the tournament yesterday.
Yeah.
Whose name you never actually got, but he's
I got his
looking
wallet,
very
though.
nervous.
Can I check?
Oh yes, you got his wallet. So you get some, you're right, you have his ID.
I
You
checked
have
the
some
ID.
information about him. Okay, so the name on it is Dirk Corns. He's a priest. Dirk Corns. He's a high-ranking priest of the Sun. He worked at His Holiness Academy for learning. And he doesn't have much money in that wallet. It just has his ID, some business cards, and some like pamphlets are stuck in there for the sun god that say, you know, get right with the sun, chomp on it every morning, lift your mouth up to the sun, you know, random stuff like that. But you see him now, he's moving around among other priests. There are more of them today. And he's looking very nervous. He's looking kind of on edge.
What I do? I get a little I get a little aggravated.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the sun, so I accidentally pull the child's wig hair.
Oh, oh, I guess it wasn't attached to me, but still, ow. She kind of takes offense to that. And finally, we move over to Nanami R2s, also in attendance at the big tournament, and catches the eyes of a gnomish wrestler who she met the other day, named Elderburn, is kind of like looking at Nanami from across the way, you know, trying to look good, trying to, you know, Nanami, yo Nanami, what's up? Nanami, are you gonna watch my match?
I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
Yeah, Nanami, are you gonna watch my match later?
No.
You know how it is.
No, I wasn't really planning on it. I hardly know you. Why would I watch your match?
Nanami, please, you have to. I have something really big planned for my match.
Okay, can I get a hint at what it is to see if it's worth my time?
You'll just have to wait and see. Promise you'll be there.
I don't know that I want to wait and see.
Promise you'll be there.
Fine,
You
yeah,
don't- you don't
yeah,
have to, you don't
okay.
have to.
Oh my god,
know
you're
how it is.
such a little weasel. Yeah, sure.
Bless up, bless up.
Where is it? When?
It's gonna be on the 4th ring.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Love you. I mean, nothing. He leaves. He scuttles off to go train.
Okay.
Now we've kind of seen the milieu of everyone. Gonzalo, you're standing in front of your opponent Bag, and the two of you are facing off to wrestle. You hear the Raffles whistle go. What's your first move?
So how much taller is this Goliath than me?
He's like 5 feet taller than you. If you're 6 feet altogether, he's like 11 foot.
Oh no. Okay. So
Okay.
my first approach is the you know that attack that Bowser does when he like goes into his shell and like spins around and throws himself. So
Yeah.
I want to try to use my like balance advantage against him. So I'm gonna try to like go into my shell and have him
Alright.
sort of like trip over me.
Okay, so you're just gonna get on your shell and get on the floor.
Yeah, well, hopefully with some forward momentum, maybe like.
Okay, so you're
like
gonna try to like
crashing-
take his legs out from under.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna roll athletics or acrobatics. It's a 14. All right, so you hit him and you take him down to the ground. He falls down. He's now prone on his stomach, and you have the advantage. Do you make another move?
Yeah, I go onto his neck,
Yeah.
and then I go into my shell once again to try to concentrate all of my weight into one area.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to settle myself on his neck in a way that like if he tries to move his head, his hair gets pulled. So it's like really uncomfortable for him.
Okay, beautiful. You're gonna try to make him as uncomfortable by sitting on his hair.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you roll a 7. His counter roll is a 10. It's successful. He grabs you,
No.
and he takes you down to the floor. He has you pinned. We'll leave it there. Over on ring 2, our other fighter, Ebra, is getting ready for his match against Gruber. Gruber has the first move, and he grabs you two. He takes you down to the floor as well, and you are wrestling there. So you've got a dwarf on top of you. What are you gonna do? This is for Ebra.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I am trying to shake him off of me with my left hand, and then I just start shouting in his native language in his ear, just kind of curse words that we learned in the academy, just trying to set him off and and tilt him. And it's kind of working because he's getting furious and he's losing concentration on his grip.
Wait, can you say it's working? Don't you have to say it?
No, he doesn't
I'm
get
not
to
allowed
say.
to. I'm
No.
confident that it's working because
No.
I can feel the
Right.
I can feel the grip loosening on his grapple.
Well, you have a +4 in persuasion. So if you want to, persuade him to go kill himself, or I don't know, up to you. Like you're shouting something at a dwarven. What do you say to him?
I'm just making him self-conscious about his form, and he's starting to doubt his grapple. And I'm trying to take advantage of his doubt to turn it around. So I just hit him on his ear with my right hand, as strong as I can.
Okay.
And I'm attempting to reverse the pin and just pin him instead.
You rolled an 18 plus your modifier. That's a 22. So you firmly shake him. Now you have advantage on your next move. Do you want to try to flip him on his back or throw him off you? I'm
trying to flip him. So just flip it over. Just flip him on his back. That way I can pin him.
Okay, beautiful. You flip him and you have him there. From the peanut gallery, other people who aren't in your fights, is there anything that you want to do in this environment? Characters you want to go up to?
Actually.
Yes.
Is the bird still around me?
The bird, the crow.
Yes.
Yeah, the crow's still here on your shoulder.
All right. Well, I love animals, and I feel like I have a good relationship with them. I would like to roll to try to tell the bird to go interfere in one of the fights.
Which one?
I would like him to go and help my boy Gonzalo in his fight. Take a little peck at that, I believe, Colossal or Goliath's testicles. So can I roll for that?
All right. Yeah, beautiful.
Wait, are they friends?
Nah, I just a mischievous little guy.
Just being a nice guy.
Okay.
Okay, so you roll plus your animal handling is a 23, so it's successful, and it starts chomping at the gonads of this giant. Shun, with this advantage, is there something you want to do to finish this guy off instead of maybe just sitting on his hair?
Yeah. I start using my arm organ to start chomping at his ear, and then I start using my mouth to also start chomping at his.
So you're gonna bite him.
Yeah, at his like the skin right here.
All right, beautiful.
Shun, do you need a laptop charger?
No.
Okay, so you're biting him. It's working out well. You get 3 bites in on him, and he's weak enough. He taps out. He's done. You move on to the next round. Beautiful, beautiful teamwork there. Fessel, your master or your kind of guide, Felsom Tam, quickly orders you to go get his materials as quickly as you can and meet him in one of the custodian's closets over in the back of the gymnasium. He hurries off with kind of this look in his eye. You move on to the next round. Ebra, you are now on top of your dwarf. Is there any way you want to finish him off?
Yes. So I put my right knee on his neck and just
Mhm.
raise my hands up and start shouting my sun salutation for like just asking the sun to like drop down
Okay.
his light beam down and just finish the fight right there. So it's just gonna like flash him into the ground and he's supposed to give up. He wouldn't want to keep going after that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's roll for it. Okay, so you roll an 11 all together, so it is an advantage to you, but it doesn't finish off the fight. Sunbeam kind of comes down through the ceiling above you, and now you have one last move that you can make. How would you finish this dwarf off?
So my last move is to go back to his ear and whisper in his gnomish language to give up, to not keep going, just to stop the fight now.
Okay. Yeah, so you have your knee on his neck and you're just telling him tap out, tap out. I'm going to make a persuasion check for you. Oh, and it comes to a 19 altogether. So he taps out and you've won. Just at that moment, you hear a huge celebration from your side of the arena where His Holiness Academy of Learning is all seated. Everyone is cheering for you. Ebra's our man. He's got it. He's got it. And there seems to be a big ruckus and commotion at the front door. Suddenly you hear trumpets and the sound of like lots of fanfare. Bwemel, your dad, starts to really straighten himself up and start to look as good as possible. He kind of like nudges you that way. And in walks this really long procession with at its head the dwarvish king, King Harfshamp. He's there just as you're winning your match, Ebra, and sees you and kind of gives you like a nod of congratulations. You're kind of standing in the sun, and all the priests around you seem super pleased with this. With the entrance of the king, does anyone have specific reactions they want to take now that this thing is coming in? Bwemel.
Wemmel wants to take his gabbling opal,
Yeah.
which can get anyone so they can't tell a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Wants to kiss his father aggressively in the mouth, spit the opal into his father's mouth to find out if he was actually a child, not his son.
You're trying to find out if you're not your father's son.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is really bugging me.
Okay. Well, I rolled athletics just to kiss him really fast and got to spit a stone in his mouth, and it works out. So you can ask your question away.
Are you my real dad?
Yes, I am your real dad. Bwemel, can we not do this now? The king just got here.
Yeah, my
Did you put a stone in my mouth? Bwemel. Bwemel.
It's a new candy I was trying
Look,
out.
it's a big deal that the king is here. If we can get a trading charter, we can trade all over the South Coast. I can't believe you're not taking this seriously.
I
Blub.
wanted you to sample my...
Swam it? Let's go. Let's move. They start to move towards the king. You can see kind of if you look around the arena, everyone is making their way to be as close to King Harfshamp as they possibly can. Nanami, what are you up to while everyone's moving toward the king?
I've kind of just been staring off in the distance. I thought that Gonzalo's fight was pretty interesting. I think Gonzalo's pretty cool. And then I don't really know anyone else here besides that one dude that keeps coming up to me. So
Elderburn.
yeah.
Okay, so you see Elderburn is on his mat getting ready for his fight. As the king comes in, though, all the fights stop. Everyone is at a standstill until he eventually takes his seat at the top of the arena and kind of gives his say, "Begin! Proceed! Keep fighting! Fight!" And he does. Rife is in his little corner, and he's up against another dwarf named Clork Harfshamp. This is, no coincidence, King Harfshamp's son, and the two of them are prepared to go up against each other. They're squaring off. You're kind of watching them. Elderburn is like throwing you little kisses here and there, and they start grappling with each other. They go in for it. It's a kind of tough match is going either way. There's a moment where Elderburn takes a really cheap shot at the king's son. The king stands, kind of looks on in anger. But Clork manages to maneuver the fight his way and finds a way to twist him onto the floor and takes Elderburn down to the ground. The gnome is pinned and thrown out of the competition.
I laugh very, very loudly.
It rings in Elderburn's ears.
I point at him and I laugh. And I say, what a weak little gnome.
Yeah, so Clork stands over him, kind of like puts his hand up for his father to see. But it's also very clear that whatever shot Elderburn took towards his gut seems to be bothering him as he leaves the ring, the arena. Fessel, you come and you meet Felsim Tam in the custodial closet. He's there kind of like bending metal as quickly as he can. He seems to be really hard at work at something, with his tools and such.
I go up to him and I say, what's the matter, Tam, sir? I've never seen you work this fast.
I need emeralds. I need unpolished emeralds. Anyone that you can find as quickly as possible.
Okay, I could do so. But what is the rush?
If you need to go to the jeweler store, if you need to find anyone you can get, it doesn't matter what the rush is. I need you to do this. I promise I'll give answers later.
Okay. I'll need some money to make sure I could get these.
He pulls out a little sack of gold and tosses it your way. And then kind of like rushes you off, brushes you away with a hand. You notice this, Nanami, as you're walking by. You can just kind of like smell the sense of blacksmithery in the air. It's very familiar to you. Now the crowd is settling into their seats, getting more comfortable with the king's presence at these games, but still we see everyone is trying to get his notice, his favor. At one point, a bunch of priests from the Sun God Academy all run up on a podium and do a sort of dance for the King Harfshamp as Dirk Corns, the priest goes over to the king as quickly as he can, as quietly as he can, and whispers something in his ear, clearly trying to get the king's favor or at least his notice. But now we come into the second round of wrestling for today, and we have two combatants entering the ring. Of course, Gonzalo Suez coming off a fresh victory. Gonzalo, how are you feeling? The ref asks you. He puts a mic up to your beak.
Honestly, I'm a little confused, but I'm grateful. I don't take pride in a victory that came from a random crow coming down and chomping down on my opponent's testicles.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the way that the crows of this arena feel, then that's the way they will be. I don't know if it will happen to me one day. Who's to say my testicles aren't next on the crow's silver platter?
And have you been doing anything to try to curry the crow's favor?
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to. I'm, not great with animals. I have a child of my own to attend to, And before I could thank the crow or its kind, it flew away, and I didn't even get its name.
Oh, what a tragedy. And now our second competitor, Ebra. Ebra, last name, Ebra Zanova. Please come to the stage. Ebra, you enter on the opposite side of Gonzalo and are standing across from him on the podium. Ebra, how are you feeling?
Feeling ready for the next match.
You've seen this fighter seems to have some relation with crows, you some relation with the sun. How do you think it's gonna go down?
I don't think that's up to the crows or up to me. It's up to the sun.
It's a beautiful way to see life.
Okay,
Kind of
I will say that if a crow and the sun were to 1v1, obviously there's no contest. the sun is going to win.
Are you sure you want to say that before your match? We've seen how crows can turn the tide in this arena.
Well, I kind of just want to say that, like, oh, okay, you know, I won't use the crows if you agree not to use the sun. That seems like that seems like within the regulations of wrestling, or outside of the regulations of wrestling, rather.
How about it, Ebra? Do you want to make this a fair fight? No suns, no crows, gloves off, two guys in a ring going at each other. What do you think?
No, I don't think that's fair at all. I don't think if there is no sun, there should be no fight.
Okay, well said. Now, opponents, to your corners and at your ready. We're gonna leave you guys there, and go back to Fissel or Hot Lux. What are you up to?
Yeah! I'm ready to go. I braided her hair. What next?
Okay, so now you've braided this gnome's hair. You push her into a wrestling match against someone from Goliath Institute of Technology, and you watch as she gets her face stomped into the floor.
Yay! You're doing it so well, darling.
You see, like a lot of these sun worshippers are really becoming more and more aggressive, trying to get closer to the king Harfshamp. How do you feel about that? What do you think they're trying to get to?
I guess I make sure I cover up my arms with sleeves, so I'm not revealing that I've been bitten by the sun. Perhaps they might be jealous. Right. I don't know. And I think they might be trying to cheat. I think they're trying to cheat. These dirty sun worshippers. I wouldn't put it past them.
You'd see them up there. They're all trying to get close to the king right as their man is going up against Gonzalo, and it just doesn't sit right with you. One of them kind of like catches your eyes. And he's like, "What are you looking at? Huh? What are you looking at?"
And I go,
"Ah!" He kind of matches you. He's like, "Oh wow, that was really scary. What were you looking at, by the way?"
I say, oh, I thought I saw. Do the sun worshippers have like enemies or something, or is that gonna get too complicated?
The moon.
The moon. I was like, oh man, I thought I saw the moon there.
You thought you saw what? Please don't say that around me. I don't think I can take it if you say that again.
Guys, I think the moon. I actually think that I heard the moon might be coming here tonight. So, you guys should run.
Seriously, I'll tell everyone.
Yeah, you should.
I'm gonna.
I can feel it getting closer. The water in my body. I'm 70% water. I don't know if tieflings are. It feels like it's being pulled. Run.
I'm gonna make for you a persuasion check on this guy. Perfect 20. I like when that happens. And a +3 on charisma. So he starts sprinting off in the opposite direction. He's like, thank you so much. He's going up to other priests. He's like, we have to get out of here. Someone get up there and get that guy out of the match. The moon is coming here now. He's like trying to spread it around to everyone as fast as he can. Back with Fessel. How are you trying to get these gems?
So I'm not even trying to get these gems right now. I got that cash from my boss, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to look at what this local drug scene looking like. We at a
Okay.
university, right? So what kind of stuff can I get?
Well, you're snooping around, and kind of like the most enterprising people you see are a group of gnomes from Gnome State. Um, Not Gnome University, of course, who are upstanding. These Gnome State gnomes, they look low, they look rotten, but they look like they might have a good deal for you.
Okay. So I'm gonna approach these gnomes real nonchalant, low key, take a
Yeah.
little double take, okay. And I'm gonna go up to them and be like, "Yo, you got that street stuff?" And then what'd they say?
They say, yeah, we got that street stuff. Asphalt, boom. We love to
Oh,
eat it around here. Gravel, bang. You know how it is. If you want some tar, oh yeah. We love street stuff.
all right. So how much for a gram?
For a gram of asphalt, I'll say
These are street
three.
drug names, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's it's also part of the just like the culture around here. Kids eat gravel and rocks and stuff like that. But it'll get you lifted, I suppose. Um, how about 3 gold?
All right, do I got 3 gold from my boss?
You have like 13 in your bag.
All right. I'm gonna try to haggle them down to 2 gold. Can I roll a charisma check?
Yeah. Oof. Got bad news for you.
Oh,
Critical fail. It's
Okay,
it's
what
a
happened?
1. He looks disgusted at you. 3 gold? That's the best price on all the southern coast. Get out of here. You get out of here. Now they're all yelling at you. Go on, get out of here. What do you think this is? A charity?
Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna roll a sleight of hand check to steal it while I leave.
Okay. And what's your modifier on that?
My modifier is a +3.
A +3, so you get a 19 altogether.
Definitely getting that
Yes.
stuff.
You managed to steal a dime bag away from them full of asphalt and
Okay.
slip it in your pocket.
Yeah, I kind of walk away. I say, "Keep your shit," even though I'm keeping it. I take out my horse brush. I make a little hole. I'm about to smoke this shit. So then
Okay.
I do a little friction with my hands, get that lit up, and then we're cruising. So
Okay, yeah.
now I'm hunting down these gems with my full gold because those gnomes had to be a fool with me.
Yeah, so you've got this new kind of energy about you now that you smoked some asphalt, and you're sniffing the air looking for gems, and it takes you in the direction of these, as you know them, fish people standing over in the corner, 4 of them, 1 younger, 3 older.
Okay, I'm gonna
And,
approach them. Oh, what were you saying?
well, among them is, of course, Bwemel. Bwemel, you're standing with your dad and his 2 business partners, and you see Fissel, this half elf, is kind of looking over at you and starting to move towards you.
He's dressed kind of nicely, right?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
dressed in like fine robes.
Oh, so I'm smelling a deal, or something like that. So I head over.
Okay, so you move over to him, and him over to you. You guys are together. How do you proceed?
I think I'm gonna be the one initiating this conversation. I'm pretty happy. I'm on the asphalt. Some of him with my ocean faring friend. How you doing?
I'm good, G. What's poppin'?
Everything's popping, bro. It's a great day. I'm trying to look for these gems for my boss. You got some stuff?
I got some gems, but you got some asphalt? Is
And
that
I mean,
some asphalt I see on your nose?
hey man, this bowl still got a little if you want.
Yeah.
All right. So me and him kind of, you cool stepping out on the street? I don't want to do this while there's some narcs around.
Nah.
Nah,
We gotta do it here. I don't know if you're gonna try rob me or something.
Yeah, respect. Okay. If we get in trouble, that's your fault. But come here, bro.
Hey, I know people.
Yeah. So I kind of like kind of try to be low key with it.
Yeah.
And I'm getting that friction going again. I got the bowl lit up for him again, and then you taking a hit, bro. Okay, that's a good hit. Inhale, man. All right. So he's pretty high now. I feel like that should give me a bonus or advantage roll on him when I'm trying to haggle for his price.
You're on advantage now.
Okay. So now let's talk business, my guy. You know, you had a little of my product. I'm trying to get some of yours.
So what kind of gems you looking for?
Um,
Got
that's a great question. I kind of take out a note that I took and I show it to him. I'm looking for this one, bro.
Hmm.
I got like one of those.
One of those. All right. I think that's all I need, man. So what you trying to sell it for?
20 gold.
20 gold, my guy. All right. You know, I respect you a lot, but I can't be doing 20 gold out here. All right. So how about we bring that price a little down?
I'm like these are some high quality gems. The
And
lowest
they
I
look
can
high
do is
quality.
excuse me?
They look high quality. I'm not trying to knock your business, my
Yeah,
guy, but all I'm trying to say is help me help you. You know, I can't be making a deal at 20 gold, but you could walk out, you know, best I could do is maybe 8 gold. You could walk out 8
We're
gold.
gonna leave you two
Okay.
here haggling in the middle of the arena. Nanami, you're kind of like minding your own business, cruising around the arena and checking out the different fights. They all look kind of interesting, and a hand suddenly grabs your arm, and you look over, and it's Felsom Tam. He's looking at you. Said, "You're a blacksmith, right?"
Yeah. What's up?
I need some help. It's a two-man job. Would you be willing to come with me?
Of course. Yeah. I'd love to.
Okay. So you follow Felson Tam. He's leading you this way. He's like, thank you very much. This will only take no time at all, really. But I needed someone else to help me get this specific bend. So I
Dude, I
really
got
appreciate
time
it.
to kill. There's just a bunch of dwarves and gnomes wrestling here. There's really nothing I'm here to see.
Beautiful, beautiful. He takes you into this like custodian's closet where he's clearly working on the hilt of a sword. It looks like, and it's wrapped very beautifully, but not all the way. He needs someone else to apply pressure from the other side. So the two of you start to get to work on these swords. And he's just talking to you, asking about your life, your background. When did you become a blacksmith or decide to join the blacksmiths?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I had always seen blacksmiths in town, and the blacksmith in the town that I grew up in, they made such beautiful stuff with such
Hmm.
little resources. Like, they didn't need any sort of like gold or silver lining or like emeralds or gems or anything, but their craftsmanship was just impeccable. And
Hmm.
and I thought, you know, coming from a humble background such as myself, like if they can do that, then maybe I can too. And
Hmm.
since then I fell in love with craft.
He was very much the same way. He tells you about the village he came from up in the mountains, how he had to work very hard as a young man and have all these apprenticeships. And now he tells you he does quite well for himself, consorting with kings and queens and, powerful merchants traveling all over the country, selling the crafts that
Wow.
he's able to make.
Do you have any advice you can give to a young blossoming blacksmith such as myself?
He tells you to follow your own style the way that you do it, but also to get out there and, present it yourself. Go to another town, go to another village, see the world.
Mhm,
And,
mhm.
you're going to be able to sell beautiful artifacts if they feel like they're from distant lands and distant places. That's how he always did it. Um, we leave this conversation here and go back to the arena where our two combatants are about to face off, Ebra and Gonzalo. Um, I'm gonna have both of your initiatives up here. Um, Gonzalo, you have the higher initiative, so you get to go first. What do you want to do?
Is he still taller than me?
Ebra? No,
Yeah.
you and Ebra are the same height.
Um. Okay. Um. I. I. I'm gonna. Can I like skip my turn? Like let him make the first move.
Okay, yeah. And then yeah, you sacrifice a turn for advantage on your next roll.
Okay. Cool. I do that.
Okay. Ebra.
I will just kick him in the shin with my right foot.
Okay. You're gonna kick him in the. Do you want to take him down to the floor?
No, I'll just give him a nice front kick.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see. You're kind of like testing him out.
Yeah,
Giving
because
just a
I
little
just find
kick
it a
here.
little bit suspicious that he would not. Like he seems really nimble and fast, but he would not want to try anything. So I just want to test the water and see if it's a trick.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna give him a swift kick to the jaw.
To the jaw up
Yes.
here. Okay.
Whoa.
I'm gonna say kick to the jaw, DC like 15. You pass with flying colors. You do a roundhouse quickly and take Gonzalo on the jaw. It's gonna be 2 damage that you do to him right there.
Okay, how much health do I have?
Your hit points are at 11.
Okay. Okay, I try to grapple and hug him and like try to throw around my weight because I'm assuming I weigh more than I try to use my weight advantage. Also, the child inside of me right now has a bunch of grapple, so I weigh even more.
Yes, that's true. And you want to grab him. You have some options on an offensive grab. You can try to restrain, throw, or take down your opponent.
I'm gonna go for like a restrain, and I'm gonna like try to lean and push my weight on him to put him off balance.
All right. Okay, so you easily restrain him. You kind of have him up like this with your arms behind. You're now in the defensive position, Ebra. You can make a roll against his grab using your dexterity modifier, or you can try another move.
Okay, what I want to do is just overpower his grapple and just free myself from it, and just give him a nice elbow to the chest.
Okay. So you're gonna roll an opposed dexterity check. And it works. So you free yourself from his grab, and now as a bonus move, you're gonna try to elbow him in the throat. It is a critical fail. So you whiff past him and are stumbling. Shun, you're on the advantage.
Okay. So do I have like a clear shot of his face?
He's moved past you and is now kind of like going over your shoulder.
Over my shoulder. Okay.
You can make a plea to the crows if you want.
Yeah, I take this split second advantage that I have to like very quickly let the thought in my mind flicker, like, oh, like crow, please,
Yeah.
if you're here, if you can somehow hear me, please. Also, like, son, I wouldn't be opposed to a little bit of crow. Also, just like kind of anyone.
Yeah, you're playing both sides.
Yeah. Because like I need to graduate. I can't waste any more of my very short lifespan going to college anymore.
As I'm spectating, I yell, "Do the Bowser move!"
Okay, so I hear this and I clock it, and I guess I go for a Bowser move.
Okay.
I go into my shell and try to trip him.
It does not work. You miss him. No, you completely miss him, and now you're prone on the ground.
No, the Bowser move.
We're gonna leave this fight here for a second and go back to Hot Lux. Hot Lux, you started quite a commotion with all these
Yes.
worshippers. They're really in flights of fury. Is there any other way you want to instigate them, prod them?
Yes, I do. Wait, can you recap to me like what fight's going on right now?
Right now, Gonzalo is facing up against Ebra, and then the king's son is going up against Monsignor Brem.
Okay. So we are there's a fight going on. So Um, I, um, is there a bucket of white paint around me? Can I check for like wisdom or something?
There is. There's one
There
right
is?
by the wall. Yeah.
Okay. So I take that bucket of white paint
Mhm.
and I throw it on top of Gonzalo and I yell, "Oh, the moon is here!"
I'm gonna go for an athletics and deception check.
Okay, fingers crossed, guys.
You successfully get the white paint onto Gonzalo, but your deception is not that effective.
That's
However,
not the moon. That's Gonzalo. I saw him earlier.
you get a couple of hecklers like, that's not the moon. But a couple of them do run out of the arena for fear of being anywhere near the moon.
Holy shit, that's the moon.
Back with you to Buemel and sorry, lots of names.
Fizzle.
Fissel. You guys are having your own little wrestling match. How's it going?
It's good. I grab him by the face, and then I'm like, it's time for another kissy wissy.
Okay, you
Mwah.
go
And I
in.
spit
You go in
that
for a
rocket.
kiss.
I give enthusiastic consent.
Oh, okay, beautiful. So a kiss is kind of coming your way. You're both high on asphalt, and you're like, oh, I guess I'm gonna go for it. Yet I did still roll and got a critical fail. So you kiss him and spit your stone into his mouth, and it kind of gets lodged in the back of his throat. So now you've got a big stone in your throat.
Okay. I'm trying to yak this out. Can I roll a constitution?
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
beautiful. You Heimlich maneuver yourself on a chair, and it's still in your mouth. Buemel, do you have a question for him?
How much gold do you really have?
I just got a 13 G's, man.
Like, ha, you lied to me. I don't like you. And then I storm off.
I kind of sit here confused because I said I can't buy it at 20 gold. I feel like I was pretty honest in this conversation. I was just trying to say 8
No,
gold
but
just
then
because I
you
have
went down
13
for
does not
8
mean I'm
gold.
willing to spend 13.
All right. I'll give it to you for 10.
So you're sitting there kind of like, I was honest in this conversation. Buemel circles back around and says, I'll take the 10 for these emeralds. Fair
Okay.
price.
Yeah. I give him what's it called 10 gold, and I get my gem, and then I ask him if I could get another one of those kissy wissies.
I tell him if you bring me along, I want to see
If I-
where this night's going.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you say?
Yeah, you can come, bro. So me and him we just kind of pack up, and we're heading back to Tam.
All right, beautiful. You guys are on your way to Tam. Remind me, Shun, you are prone on the floor. There's wet paint on your back.
Yeah.
And you have the move Ebra. And you don't think it's the moon. Just to be clear. You do not think the moon just came into the wrestling match with you.
So I tell, what's his name again? I forgot. I wasn't paying attention to his name.
Gonzalo.
Gonzalo. I tell Gonzalo he should have stuck to his scroll tricks instead of his Valser moves, just to try to get him, a little bit tilted like the last match.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of a hit, I go for a grapple this time. So I just kind of grapple his neck like the Muay Thai fighters do, and just start trying to knee his stomach.
All right, so you have an advantage. Your intimidation works out, and you're gonna roll against his grapple. It does not work. It's too slippery on the shell, and you don't manage to grab him. Shun, you have a chance to fight back.
Okay. I use my briny turtle beak to try to like headbutt him and try to knock out his teeth.
Mmm.
Ooh,
Ah. Shun has just brought in a morsel. The viewers at home don't know this, but in Ebra's character sheet, it says he has false teeth.
But
So
I don't
Shun has
know that
gone.
I'm trying to knock out his, what I assume at this point to be his
His real teeth. But Shun, because you've used lore, I'm gonna give you an advantage on that roll. You're rolling against his just AC. It works splendidly. You knock out his teeth, giving 1 damage, and now have a turn for a follow-up attack.
Okay. Where are they?
His teeth,
Yeah, where they go?
they skitter across the mat, but they don't fall off.
They don't fall off the mat. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm a little confused. Okay, the nerve damage. He's not bleeding. What's going on? Okay. I'm a little
Yeah.
um, and I go for.
But also, I should say, the goal of a wrestling match is to pin your opponent. It's just one thing I want to mention.
Yeah. I do like a running tackle, but as a turtle, I'm not very fast, I'm assuming. So,
No, you're not.
So I do like a running start that's as fast as I can muster despite being a turtle. And I try to do like a diving sort of tackle.
Okay, beautiful. You're gonna roll against his dexterity modifier. It does not hit. You are now sailing past him as he was before you. Ebra, it's your turn. He's just like running slowly by you.
So I think this is a really good opportunity to like sweep him. So like a low kick to sweep his 3 legs down and just knock him to the floor so I can just pin him down for good.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so you take his feet out from underneath him, and then you both make hit rolls for this next. You fail to pin him. He's down on the floor, and you slam down on top of him, but kind of bounce back up off his shell. Shun, you have the floor.
We're both so bad. We're so
Yeah.
bad at wrestling.
You are also both covered in white paint. It looks more like mud wrestling at this point.
Oh, how much white paint is on me right now?
Your back is slick. It's difficult to grab.
Okay, my back is slick. I wipe off some. I go, Glymph, this is where you come in, and I ask him to lick off a bunch of the paint and like hit it at Ebra, aiming for either his eyes or his mouth. Because if it hits his eyes, he gets disoriented. If it hits his mouth, he's like, oh, yucky. Right? And that could give me a perfect few seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna use your dexterity score for this, just because I didn't roll for Glymph. It misses. Glymph spits past Ebra. He's down on the floor. Someone has to win.
Wait, is there a limit for this match?
What I'm gonna do is, because I lost my teeth, I can make like better bird calls now. So I'm just gonna make a calling to the crows. I'm gonna call all the crows that are in this arena, and I want them to grab the asphalt from Zabby. I want him to grab his asphalt and just grab a couple sapphires, and then just try to choke Gonzalo with the asphalt, just trying to get him high so that he can't stand up. We'll just be so high he won't be able to fight. And I just want to eliminate any possibility of him slipping away again.
All right, I'm gonna put a DC of 18 on the crows, which have now appeared in the arena, many crows, grabbing some asphalt and spitting it at Gonzalo. It is unsuccessful. Gonzalo, it's your move.
What time is it? Is this an open air arena? Like, can we see the sun/moon?
No, you can't. There's glass ceiling
Okay.
on, but other than that, no.
Okay. What time is it right now?
It's midday. It's past noon. It's like 2.
Okay.
2:15.
How much time? Is there a time limit for this match?
It goes until someone wins.
Okay.
Until someone pins another. It's
Um,
first successful pin will win it. That's what I'll say.
Can I come in and pin him?
If you want to interfere, it's up to you.
I get okay, sure. I get mad at him because I'm like, I painted you as a moon. It was your fault. I did it right, but you failed to make moon sounds. I'm choking.
do I hear?
I get angry and I run toward him and I pin him to the ground. Dexterity check or whatever the fuck.
You're gonna try to pin Ebra.
No, I'm trying to pin Shun.
Gonzalo?
But
Okay.
before Hot Lux reaches Gonzalo, can I make either a speed or a dexterity check to stop Hot Lux from interfering with the match?
You are with the custodian. You're in the custodian's closet now, which we'll move to in a second.
Okay.
Bye, sucker.
Wait. I'd have to roll defense for Shun. You are successful. Hot Lux flies into the arena, lands on top of Gonzalo. 3, 2, 1. He's pinned. The refs all kind of gather together to be like, okay, let's figure out what just happened. We move back to the custodial closet, where the three of you are now all watching Nanami and Felsom Tam bend this beautiful sword. Now he's like, the emeralds.
Okay.
Yes. I don't. Who has you have the emeralds, Fissel?
Yeah, my boy Buemel Swims just gave it to me, so I'm kind of going up to him. I'm like, I got it, sir. And then I look at Buemel. I'm like, you owe me that kiss now.
Okay.
Tell
Okay.
them now's not the time. They're bending the sword. You're gonna have to wait on it.
Okay, a
you
little
can
bit
bend
of
my sword
tension.
later. Wink.
Yeah, guys, please save the romance like for private. Like I don't need to see that. Please and thank you.
So you two are still at it. Bending the sword, he puts this cut emerald into like the center of the hilt of the sword. Fits nicely in there. You're bending the metal around it, and you finish with this beautifully crafted, like white silver blade rapier that you've just made with an emerald in the hilt. And he's like, "Thank you guys so much. Who are you?" Looking at Buemel.
I'm Buemel Swims.
Buemel Swims, good to know. And Nanami Artuz.
Yes, correct. That is my name, and I have one thing to say about that masterpiece of work, and that is sheesh.
He bows. He's like, thank you so much.
Everybody
Still cringes.
I
Cringe check?
ice my veins.
Did someone want to do a cringe check? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, they take cringe damage.
Yeah.
Felson takes no cringe damage. He's immune. And he gestures to Fissel to follow him and like thanks the other two of you and exits the room very speedily, clearly still on whatever mission he was before. Fissel, he's talking to you, very low voice. He says, I need you to send a raven back to the queen as quickly as you possibly can, and we'll talk about this later, but we need to deal with those two. They have seen way too much. And he kind of like walks on and disappears into the crowd. We leave it there. The refs are consorting, and wait, let me roll. Okay, they were very impressed with Hot Lux's gumption. This has been a really crazy tournament. We have let prayers to the sun slide. We have let crows come through. Hot Lux pinned Gonzalo. She and Ebra are going to move on to the next round together. Gonzalo is going to be hanging back. He lost. Gonzalo, how are you taking it?
I'm obviously very disappointed that I can't graduate.
Yeah.
From Gnome University. In this moment, I'm just kind of wishing that I'm willing to resort to anything. You know, I'm in this moment. I'm kind of wishing that there was somebody that is really good at sort of these thankless administrative duties. Somebody who has a lot of experience with paperwork, who may or may not be able to change the official records so it looks like I did graduate. Maybe somebody who's like been through the bureaucratic slog, knows it in and out.
That's a very specific wish.
Yeah, I'm just sort of. There's a lot of people in attendance. This is connected to like some sort of central speaker system. Just playing the odds here. Somebody at this arena fulfills those criteria.
Yeah, you look around the arena and you see a couple hands go up. Other than maybe the hand you were thinking of, there are definitely administrators in here that might be willing to take up your case. One shouts, "A man shouldn't have to win a wrestling tournament to graduate from an educational institution," and gets lots of applause on that. Hot Lux and Ebra, how are you guys feeling about your joint win?
I'm feeling blessed.
Blessed by the sun, even. Wow.
Blessed by the sun, yes.
Hot Lux, what do you think about the sun?
I feel kind of bad because I remembered that I put the child inside of Gonzalo.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I heard him like my bad, man, like I put you there in a place where you're trapped and then I jump on you, like kind of a dick move. So
Yeah,
and I already heard
kinda
that girl
tough.
today. I was braiding this girl's hair and I pulled her wig. So I've already hurt a child today. Feeling kind of bad, man.
But you're a champion and you just won a great match, a fair fight as the ref saw it, and both of you are going on to the final round. How does that feel?
I'm not really a wrestler.
I just kind of let her know that champions don't have to feel bad about pulling children's hair.
That's a great way to look at it.
I think I'm scared that the time wrestling now, since it's a new activity, I'm gonna have to learn. I'm be reading up books, practicing on my own. It's gonna take time away from me dressing gnomes. So I'm like, I don't know how I'll make the time to go to the store, get some more cloth, make doll outfits. Like pull them in, tie them up, dress them, like convince them that they like it. So I'm a little worried about how my career is gonna be affected by this new hobby, wrestling.
It will be tough, but we think you'll adjust. You have a knack for it. Oh, what's this on the other side? It looks like the other semifinal round is coming to a close, and Clork Harfshamp, Prince Harfshamp of the Dwarven Northern Coast, has defeated Monsignor Brem in his fight, and is going on to the final round against you two. The Dwarvish King stands in the crowd, as do any Sun followers who see him, as do, of course, Bwemel's father and associates, all standing and applauding Clork's victory. And now he moves to the central mat. Everything else is starting to get cleared away. The visitors and onlookers are all taking their final spots. Gonzalo is getting just the most heartwarming pep talk from his coach, Alton Halfshanks, who's letting Gonzalo know that this does not reflect on his academic career, that he will go to bat for Gonzalo to graduate Gnome University, and that this fight is not over. The refs are now clearing away the other mats, and lights kind of pour in and focus on this one center. It's now about 5 p.m. if you're wondering, Shun. and there's kind of a stillness. The king stands and he goes on his own little rant how he used to wrestle here. He's always believed wrestling is such a great way to get up youth and vigor, and he is so happy to see his son, Prince Harfshamp, going to the finals, just like his father once did. Just like his old man, he's very proud and is very excited to see him beat two people at once in the ring. He's confident that young Prince Harfshamp can do this. Just as this is happening, Felsom Tam allows the speech to come to an end and stands himself. He somehow found a champagne flute and knife and is tapping on it, and he says, "3 cheers for the Harfshamps." He gets a big round of applause. He says, "They have ruled over the northern coast very fairly and seen to, beautiful relations among all people. We'd be nowhere without our Harfshamps, and I, as a messenger from the Elvish Kingdom, have brought him a gift today. This is from Her Royal Majesty, Queen Arabin, and with the regards of Minister Melissa. I hope you take this gift in stride. It is for you, sir. Maybe not your typical weapon, but something I think you will really appreciate." And he draws the beautiful sword he just made and presents it to King Harfshamp, who, tests its strength and waves it around. He's very pleased with the weight of it and waves it in the air and says, "Let the battle commence."
Wow, I've touched a weapon that the Dwarf King has now touched. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. More than touch, you helped bend it into shape and design it yourself.
I'm putting that on my resume.
And now it's in his gloved hand. Yes. Now these four are now watching on for the final match. They have front row seats to Hot Lux and Ebra's fight against the Prince Clork Harfshamp, who is standing, beating his chest, getting ready for his two combatants to come toward him. Are you two doing any sort of deliberation, some planning of how you want to take him down?
I want to roll on insight to figure out what his weaknesses and strengths are.
Yes, good idea. Hot Lux, any rolls you want to make?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for how like chill and like vibing I am, like if I'm anxious, if I'm just cool.
You're gonna do insight on how chill you are.
Yes.
Okay.
Self-insight, important.
It's extremely important and not rolled enough in D&D, so I'm really glad that you did.
You're welcome.
Okay. Your self-insight, Hot Lux, is pretty good. You know yourself well, and you're good at checking in with yourself emotionally before big moments. And where you're at is a really good place. Hot Lux has been through a lot, has been bitten by the sun, feels a little weird, probably standing next to a sun worshiper. But you are feeling confident, you're feeling ready, and you're feeling like you're ready to dedicate a lot of time to wrestling and to getting really good at this.
Okay. New
yeah.
passion.
Also,
unlock.
just curious, is the reason Lux is hot because she was bitten by the sun? Like, was
Yes.
she okay? Just checking.
Also, yes,
Yeah.
there's more of a story, but I can give it to you later in the behind the scenes.
Yes, well, so you've checked in with yourself, and Ebra, your check has gone very well. 2 altogether adds up to 21. You notice that though he's like really putting on quite a sturdy battle face, just kind of like right under his left rib, where he was punched, kind of a cheap shot was taking at him from Elderburn, still seems to be hurting him. It's just something about it is not sitting right with him. It still seems like a sensitive spot. And then you also notice he's a little slow. in other matches has been a little bit slow on his feet, not much of a dodger. Is at least easy to get a hold of, if not easy to pin down. Okay, so you two are facing off against him. How are you guys feeling?
Us
Feeling
again?
ready.
Great. Let's get to it.
Yes!
Right. His initiative is higher than yours. He goes first for Ebra and manages to grab you. So he has you in a grab. You don't take any damage, but he's got you in his arms.
Did he grab both of us or just Rafa?
Just Rafa.
Okay. Can I go?
Yeah. You have the floor.
I like fall on the floor and I go, oh, oopsie, I'm so hurt. I can't help you, Rafa. Because like fuck him, like he worships the sun. So here's an opportunity to like screw him over, right?
Nice, beautiful.
Someone's gonna go, oh no, ouchie.
Do you want to roll a performance check to just really
Yes,
sell it?
just if they buy it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 16 in total, and it's working wonders. You're like flopping on the floor, kind of dangling around, looking really weak. Ebra, how do you react?
I want to illuminate my fake teeth that are on the ground, just to distract them a little bit more, just so that the guy's completely out of it.
Okay. So you're gonna pull a little what is that? Like a I'm just gonna roll it with intimidation. Okay, it doesn't work very well. It doesn't really phase Half Sharp that you don't have natural teeth. Do you want to make an attack against him? You're in his clutches. You can try to free yourself. That's a big one.
I definitely want to try a headbutt, just because I'm in his clutches. Just like headbutt him with the power of the sun.
Okay, beautiful, with the power of the sun. Okay, very nice.
He fails.
No, he succeeds. I'm sorry, Susan. With a 19, you headbutt him. He takes 1 damage, and you manage to create space between the two of you. To our members in the audience, is there any specific reaction you want to take to this? Or any designs you have around other
I say
people?
boo! Oh, no.
You don't boo? You do boo?
I mean, I already said it. Maybe I do, but that would totally fuck up my plan, right? So...
I boo soup time for booing. I boo hot lots for booing.
Wow. Okay, so there's
I join in
boos
on the
flying
booing.
all over the
yeah,
place.
because it's fun.
Wait, would you boo because it's fun, Tina?
Yeah, why not? But like not like a big boo, just like a boo.
Well, boos do resound from the crowd around you as the king kind of leads the other people in cheering against Ebra. They don't want to see you win this fight, of course. Hot Lux, it's back to you.
Poggers, okay. So I try to get up again. I go like, oh, I'm so sore, but I'm gonna keep fighting because I'm strong. And then I use a little bit of like, I'm guessing that this is a power I have. This is a power I have of I'm like a rocket. Remember when I launched myself like a rocket?
Yeah.
So I use a bit of that like rocket, like fire under my feet to like pretend I trip again, but I actually like catapult myself onto Rafa.
Okay, we're gonna do performance check into acrobatics.
Okay.
You don't really sell the fake trip, but you do manage to like throw yourself up on top of Rafa, and now you're what, behind him as well?
I'm on top of him, like I'm perpendicular to him now.
Okay, beautiful. So she's on top of you. It's your move now.
So I'm gonna grab her by the legs and then just swing her into the princess weak rib. Just kind of like swing her into the princess weak rib as hard as I can.
Okay, beautiful. +2. Okay, so you managed to like swing her around, and then It is a hit. You hit him in his sore spot. He like clearly flinches very badly. Whatever happened to him there wasn't good. And he takes 2 damage. Lux, you're kind of like dazed against his side. And Emperor, you have another move. He's kind of wheeling back from that.
So now that he's out of it, I'm gonna spit out, like throw up all of the sun energy that I stored earlier and just vomit it in his eyes so that he'll be blinded for like the remainder of the fight.
You want to use your special ability, Warding Fire.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing? Okay, so you use Warding Fire, and he is blinded for, I think, which is just going to impose disadvantage on him for the rest of the fight. So he swings at you. It's a miss, and he kind of is toppling over. Hot Lux, you're dazed but getting up. Is there anything you want to do? Hot Lux, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So what I want to do is I got really tired, right? From like catapulting myself onto him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and like I landed on my stomach, right? So it's like, well, my lungs collapsed. So I'm really like starved for air. So I just want to inhale a big suck, so big and so sudden.
Yeah.
That my tummy bloats up and I like crush his head. But for the outside, it looks like I'm just breathing in, like, oh, girl is breathing like normal daily activity. But for him, it's his neck collapses. Is what I'm attempting to do.
You're gonna try to breathe in so hard that you collapse Ebra's neck.
Yes.
It's gonna be a strength check. The DC I'm gonna put at 18. Your strength modifier is 0. It fails. You breathe in as hard as you can. It barely moves his head. Buemel, how do you feel about the move she just failed?
I am absolutely confused because it just looked like a normal breath to me. So I'm cheering on Soup Time.
Go Soup Time. All right. Wait, she gets another chance. That's another fail. I'm sorry. Does anyone else want to cheer on Soup Time? Lend her your power. Sorry.
A subtle woo. Just woo.
Yeah, I say,
Just for fun.
Soup Time. I say, Hot Lux. Don't use the Bowser move. It's a trap.
Okay. She takes it. Ebra, you've got an exposed, what's his name? Harfshamp, kind of like blinded and wheeling towards you. What do you do? You also have Hot Lux kind of breathing as hard as she can on your head.
I yell,
I'm gonna grab the prince and the Hot Lux, and I'm gonna drag them all through the white paint that was sprayed on the floor earlier.
Okay.
And just keep dragging them all over the floor for a little bit.
You grab the prince. That's successful. And then you manage to take him down to the ground, and you're dragging him around in the white paint. He looks helpless against you. Boos are just resounding in your ears as the king is, completely upset to see his son humiliated like this. Hot Lux, what do you do in this situation?
Wait, what happened to me?
You're not being grabbed and dragged in the floor. You were just breathing on his head, and then I think kind of fell into the paint and are prone. So you can bonus action get up and then do something else.
I fell on the paint.
You fell on the paint.
Okay, deception check. I'm gonna claim that I'm the moon.
Boom. This is working very perfectly into your plans. It's a +3. I'm gonna say 15 for the DC to convince you're the moon. It works. Ebra, in front of you, appears in the arena like nothing you've ever seen before. The moon is there in front of you. It chills you to your bones. you're gonna be doing disadvantage now on everything you're trying to do because you are just scared shitless as Hot Lux is dancing around pretending to be the moon. But it is your move. You have him now on the floor, still dragging him, but scared out of your mind.
Rafa, right?
Yeah, Ebra's move.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run away from the moon as fast as I possibly can.
You run away from the moon as fast as you possibly can. Let me roll to see how fast that is. Okay, pretty fast.
How fast, Luke?
It's a 9. It's a 9 in speed.
Which is how many kilometers?
If your speed is 30 feet, so you move 30 feet away from the ring. You leave the circle, essentially forfeiting the match. And everyone else also, all the sun worshippers in the stadium cry panic. They're pulling fire alarms. Some of them are drawing swords and like trying to get the king out of there. He's like, no, it's not the moon. That is not the moon. That is just a girl in white paint. But they're all fleeing. Ebra, you are 30 feet outside the ring. Now, Hot Lux, it's between you and Harfshamp, and he is prone on the floor. What do you want to do?
I want to look up to the sky and shout out real loud to the sun to fall down and come and represent us in the ring as well. Just I want the sun to come down to the ring and finish the fight for me.
I'm gonna roll persuasion. I think you have proficiency in it, but the DC is gonna be 20. Let's see. It passes. The power of the sun floods into the arena, and it's just like light is shining off every surface, blinding those who dare to look at it, and specifically focusing right on Harfshamp and Hot Lux. Hot Lux, you haven't felt like this in so long, but you are having an incredible feeling. Your encounter with the sun when you last were near the sun is how you got your magical powers. So they are at peak levels right now. Your glowing, your bite on your arm is glowing red hot, and you just feel like you could do anything right now. What do you do, Hot Lux?
But sun mean.
Sun mean, but sun give you your powers.
I use my super strong powers and I throw a big multicolored ray onto a spot that has a lot of sunlight.
It works. You use your powers to throw the most beautiful multicolored ray onto a spot that has a lot of sunlight, and you feel that a dwarven hand grab around your ankle and take your feet out from underneath you, and a body is trying to claw its way on top of you to pin you to the ground. This is Harfshamp, of course, trying to take you down. What are you gonna do, Hot Lux? It's still shining. It's still multicolors are coming out of your arm.
Okay, pretty. I'm sore, but I also really want to kill the sun.
I cheer for the sun girl. Yes.
Oh, sun girl. You're getting some cheers now. Very minimal among all the just like screaming that's going around in this arena.
God, this is difficult. In my mind, I have a devil telling me go kill the sun, and I have an angel going, "Hey, you're kind of getting hurt by this man. You should get out."
Just very quickly, Fissel, Farsum Tam is like, let's get the hell out of here. You summon the horses, Apple Breath, Sweet Coat. They all come to you, and you and Falsim start riding away into the woods at top speed. he is still not ready to disclose to you what kind of just went down there. I'm sure, doesn't really know himself. But the two of you are, trotting away and making your escape. Buemel, you are being burnt to a crisp by the sun. But you're surviving. But you and your father and his associates are all kind of frying. Hot Lux, it's all yours. What are you gonna do?
So what happens is, where is everyone else? Okay, wait, give me the location of everyone in relationship to me.
Shun, front row seat.
Okay.
And Shun has turned around quite cleverly and used the paint on his back to reflect the sun away from him.
Okay.
Nanami, also front row seat, very cleverly, is hiding behind Gonzalo. And then, of course, Fessel is just leaving, and a kind of like a couple rows down from them is the Buemel Swims family, who are all kind of heating up. You can also make your escape if you want to, Buemel.
Oh wait, can I use my shell to? Sorry, I just disconnected. Can I use my shell to like shine the light into somebody's eyes?
Yes.
Okay, I shine it into both their eyes. Because they both.
I'm one of them?
Yeah.
I don't know what would happen from this, but you roll a critical fail. You shine soothing darkness into their eyes.
Wouldn't it be something like I reflect it onto a surface that reflects onto another surface that reflects it right into like my own eyes or something?
Yeah, there you go. You're blinding yourself. And your orphan Glimph is gone completely blind.
No, not Glimph.
Again, Hot Lux, your turn. It's all you. You are full of the power of the sun.
So wait, didn't Zarek want to make his escape while I think?
Zarek, do you?
Oh, I'd love to escape while you think. I dash off, leaving my father to burn to death.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Potentially. I'm just care about myself.
I'm just gonna roll. I'm just gonna roll generic luck. He burns.
His father or Buemel?
The two I rolled a 2. Your father is burning to death inside. His associates managed to escape. Ebra, what do you want to do? You're outside the ring now.
I want to do right now. The first thing is I want to ask the referee if he concedes that I win the match, I should stop burning everyone in the place. And then
okay.
also I want to persuade everyone to convert to the sun, and then I'll just stop burning everyone. That's
Okay, so you're kind of like, everyone repent, and all of this can end.
Yes.
Okay, you roll a 16. You've got like some people on their hands and knees. You've got this judge in front of you, kind of like clinging on to your leg, like begging you anything just to make the sun stop. Buemel, do you go back in for your dad? He's burning to death in there. He's rolling.
Go back into my dad and I get on my knees and I pray to Motu.
Okay.
What's his name? Sorry. Fizzle. No.
Who? Ebra?
Yeah, Ebra the sun god.
Okay. You're praying to Ebra. Your father rolls a death saving throw and fails. So he has 2 more rolls and then we'll see. Hot Lux, have you come to a decision? What do you want to do with this prone? This dwarf is trying to wrestle you. Is trying to pin you to the mat.
Of course, I've come to my decision of what to do.
Okay, here it comes.
What I do is I think he's very squishy. I feel his body pressing onto mine, and I go, okay, it's squishy. So what I do is I use my sun strength to pin him down. That's what I'm trying to do. We're going to roll for it. Pin him down. I will jump on him, and combining my sun strength plus his squishiness, I am trying to fly to the sun.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see if I can use him as a bouncy castle.
Does anyone want to help Susan on this? Does anyone want to just,
Also,
type...
Luke, if you could also roll for fun. So if I fail, we can still roll to see if at least I had some fun jumping.
Okay, that will be the last roll. That will be the last roll. Okay, so first, taking him down doesn't work so much. You don't pin him, but you do manage to get up yourself.
Okay.
And then
That's a loss for me.
then you are like in this space connecting with some spiritual energy, feeling the squishiness underneath your toes, also exulting in the light of the sun, this ray that has like reached down into the arena. You bounce and shoot through the ceiling. You break the glass ceiling. Go, Suze! And you are rocketing up into the sun. The light disappears. The arena calms down, or is suddenly thrown into silence. Hot Lux has disappeared completely. We just seem to vanish through the top of the stadium, and Ebra is standing over King Harfshamp's son with his foot on his back. It looks like he's won the match. The refs, who are now praying to him, call the match. Ebra has won. Ebra has won. And I think that's a very good place to leave it for this week. Great
All
job.
right, yes. Thank you, Luke, for DMing. So now, do we do the whole like challenge voting thingy now or later? How does that work?
I think we should do a vote now.
Yeah.
I will have a think. I'm gonna put it out there. Maybe we could have a brief discussion of it. I don't know if in 3 hours we can see 3 people well, or if it's just a reflection of like, are they not claiming the spotlight enough? Because I know I'm a little attention bitch whore. Who, like, just goes like me, I'm gonna tackle Shun. So maybe that's like a demand that we need to make of people who are coming on, so they claim that time. Or I'm not sure if you guys are thinking that is 2 hours, 3 people enough to properly assess. But we can still do the poll and be like, fuck you, you lost, or any thoughts?
I think we should do the poll now. People who haven't gotten like a great chance to self-promote in this game can come back another week, Okay. I don't think it means they should be gone forever, Some weeks just like give less play than others,
I see.
Definitely should be a losers bracket.
Yeah.
Losers bracket. All right, let's go.
That's a move. Okay, so this losers bracket.
I started a poll on my channel too.
Okay, I'm gonna start a poll on my channel. New poll: who funniest? I'm saying that's not say funny.
All right, yeah.
Chris, how many minutes did you do on yours?
I set mine for 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll do 3 minutes.
Yeah, everybody come vote who should stay, or which character did you identify with the most, / who do you want to explore their journey more? Ebra, Fissel, Bwemel. Huzzah!
I'd like to vote for all of you guys. You did a great job. Especially for some first timers, a first time player. I hope you didn't hate my DMing too much, and you did a really great job. I thought it was very good.
I think you're talented.
I think you're wonderful, DM.
Yeah. Someone in Christina's chat said that they really liked how you got into the role playing.
Ooh, maybe next time I'll do accents.
Oh, hell yeah, let's get okay, yeah.
Yeah, instead of like who's the funniest, we'll be like who's the most racist. And then
and then we get canceled. And we get voted out.
All press is good press, man.
Yo, Verge, what's up? We're finishing up D&D. It's elimination D&D, so we're like voting for who should stay.
Okay, let's see. Okay. Wait. Someone asked, like, wait, who was the person who
and then we're gonna be switching to something else. We're gonna be switching to like
Bwemel
I don't know what game yet. But Egg Boy's coming
someone
over.
Asked me
so
who did that? Oh, okay. And I said Zarek.
Sorry, it's so loud, Verge.
But now it's going 3, 2, 1.
We're just wrapping up D&D. How's it going though?
Mine, Tina, hand it over to you. How's it looking for you?
Wait, what'd you say?
Who's winning right now?
Ebra by 1 vote.
Oh, you put their character names. Oh, because you gave them the labels. That's
Yeah.
Zarek. Guys, if you're Chris
Hello,
Sims,
Sasha.
I know we've got Comcha crew here. You can go defend him.
We're wrapping up
Otherwise, I don't know,
D&D,
man.
voting for stuff.
Christina, how did you make it so that you can only vote once?
Like in the
You can check a box.
yeah, in the
Oh.
options you can check off the thing where it says like allow additional votes with channel points.
I said I'm allowed additional votes because if you brought friends.
Oh my god.
You deserve that clout.
Yeah, Sasha, so this is like
Whoa, you got
D&D.
your first sim.
Except we're wrapping it up.
feel?
It's like elimination D&D, so we're voting
Can't
for
hear you, Zarek,
we're
so I'm
voting
assuming
for
that's
who
I
it.
should
feel great.
stay.
I love my Sims.
Like the four main people are Luke,
Isn't this your
Gonzalo,
first one? How do you
Hotlux,
love your
Nanami,
Sims if
aka
that's your
me.
first one?
And then the three
Oh,
other
I
people
can
are
say
like
which
guests, and like each time we have guests, and
Oh,
like
okay.
I have Shu
uh,
as my first.
it's like
group.
elimination D&D. Very nice, very nice.
Great, thank you.
Then we'll be switching up
Should I
to
plug
stuff.
my OnlyFans?
If you have one, yeah.
It's 69420 Zaddy baby.
Is it actually?
You actually have an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Do you
Do you-
actually
do you-
have to look it up?
Of course. I do.
Zaddy baby OnlyFans. I was streaming on TikTok with this, and TikTok was popping off. I did not expect it. I got so a lot more engagement on TikTok, so I had to like end it because it was distracting me from the game.
Oh, the TikTok live, really?
Yeah. And
Oh
then
my
everyone on
God.
the TikTok live was just saying like I needed Jesus because my top was too revealing.
Oh,
And they're like, if you want attention, make an OnlyFans. So I was
Oh.
popping off in a good way.
oh no.
So I was like, bye. Well, Wet Hydrate though, the Zarek sim came from there though, so we got some good ones. But overall, a lot of Sue hate, a lot of women hate. My vote's finalized. What about yours, Cena?
My poll is about to be over in like maybe like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel? Oh, I'll go around with the guests. 1 word, 2 words for how you feel right now. We'll start with Rafa.
I'm just dying of laughter. I think this was really fun.
Ah! That's wholesome. Now, Chris, you have to be even wholesomer. Go.
I mean, the 2 words I would say are fucking great. That was a great session. I had a lot of fun with you guys, and it was just really entertaining.
Now, you're just trying to kiss us
Yeah.
because Rafa did. Fuck you, Chris.
Okay.
Now you, Zarek, you can't kiss ass, and you can't. You have to be wholesome, but somehow.
All
not
right,
come off as
Ebra
kissing ass
wins.
And somehow make me laugh. Go.
Wow.
2 words.
Okay.
Also, Egg Boy's coming.
Oh, shit, I
Egg Boy,
used both
Sanjay.
words when I said
He's
2
coming.
words.
He's on his way over.
Oh no, that was bad. That was
was
the
bad.
worst, actually. Zarek.
Okay, so you guys, Ebra won my poll. So congrats, Ebra. But yeah, like you said, I do wonder if part of it has to do with like spotlight time, like the fact that Ebra was involved in the fight, so had like a lot of story time. But either way, cool beans, cool beans. Ebra's journey and story will continue.
Can you give your percentages?
80% Ebra, 20% Fissel, 0% Blemel. Let's go.
Wait. Let me see. I'm
Wouldn't it
gonna check.
be
So like four.
total
It was 4 votes for Ebra, 1 vote for Fissel.
Okay. So I actually maybe this will actually be a tie because I got. Actually, surprisingly, I think Fissel might win.
Really? How many votes did? What were your votes like?
Buemel and Fissel were tied on mine.
Blemel and Fissel were tied on yours. Did you allow additional votes? / are we allowing additional votes?
I don't think I got any additional votes. Actually.
Okay.
So
wait, how many votes did Fissel and Blemel get? And
let me check
Ebra?
so I'm gonna see the right numbers.
Because let's just add them up.
Fissel got. Fissel is Chris, right? Fissel got 3. Buemel,
Oh, wow.
whatever, got 3.
Wow.
And then Ebra got 1.
That's crazy how it's so different from channel to channel.
Right? We
That's
got
so
a
weird.
bias here.
Yeah, like even though it's the I don't know what it is, but cool.
Exactly. Okay. So I think Chris won.
I'd like to shout out Kamcha Crew. Thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it was that.
Chris/Fissel got one on my channel, so that would. And did Ebra get any on your channel?
Got one.
Then I think
It was
if
tie.
Ebra would be one in the lead, right? Because 3
Yeah,
plus 1 for
isn't Eber's
Fissel.
right there?
3 plus 1 for Fissel. It's 3 from
Yeah.
3 from your
Oh,
channel,
yeah.
1 from my channel. That's 4. And then I had 4 for Ebra. 1 from your channel. That's 5.
Yeah, I think so. Wait, fuck you, Chris.
It's all good.
Nice.
Loser.
Oh my god. Great.
Well, so I guess Rafa's the winner.
Baby! Baby! Baby alert! Baby, 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 baby,
Baby's
baby,
coming to celebrate.
baby! Wow.
So right, I know,
Amazing.
but Derek. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. So baby won. And at the end of the day, baby won, but Rafa second, and then we got Chris and Derek. But we'll try to do winners brackets, losers, winners, losers brackets. And I'll keep posting. Check my Twitter. I will put ! socials if you're not on my Discord. So for the updates on how this is going to go from now on, because I do think a smaller number of people would be preferable. If not, Luke and I can talk ahead of time about how to distribute it. But at the end of the day, yeah. So I'm like, I want to make sure it's fair. I want to make sure that the people who might have lost today because they didn't get the time to fight as much get to fight again. So since you all loved it, because I'm assuming you weren't kissing my ass, you're actually being honest, it means you guys want to come back. So this is the perfect opportunity.
Nanami is getting down.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
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 So thank you guys for coming on. My channel's gonna
Yes.
switch to a different game now. We're gonna do a
Same.
vote as well. But Luke, do you want to give any
Please.
final words as our head chief DM? Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us what's up.
I'm feeling very enlivened by this game. I really love the energies that everyone brought to it. And I think, this week was an adjustment trying to, get 6 people in there, but it's just going to keep getting better and better. So you better stay tuned.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually we'll get an official layout too.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Oh my
Okay.
god, you guys, wait. First, I'm about to head out, but X Wet, X Hydrate, X just said Zarek is a cutie and followed. Thank you, X Wet, X Hydrate.
Oh yeah, my chat.
Okay,
That's
bye guys.
Wait,
Bye.
bye.